In the last video, we went over some of the most important specs of a CPU. Check that out if you are interested. In this video, we will be comparing motherboards of different sizes, and hope it can help you make your purchase. Before we go through different types of motherboards, here is a brief explanation of what a motherboard is. Simply put, a motherboard is what connects your CPU, RAM, GPU, disk storage, power supply, and all the other components of your PC. They all rely on the motherboard to communicate and cooperate. The Wikipedia page also gives a list of motherboard form factors. Most of them are obsolete, and we'll be focusing on 4 of them that are most common in the market. Starting with Mini ITX. Mini ITX boards have a standard dimension of 6.7 by 6.7 inches, and are usually used for small form factor builds. A typical Mini ITX board has only 2 memory slots and 1 PCIe lane, meaning that you won't be able to add any extra PCIe expansion cards if your build has a GPU. In addition, Mini ITX boards are often more expensive than Micro ATX boards of the same chipset, and even some of the ATX boards as well. After sacrificing both budget and expandability, what you get is a smaller and often more aesthetic build. If you want a budget build, Micro ATX, or simply MATX, is a better option. An MATX board has a standard size of 9.6 by 9.6 inches. However, there are many variations that are slightly smaller than the standard size. Some of the cheaper MATX boards have only 2 memory slots, instead of the 4 slots of a standard-sized board, and fewer PCIe lanes as well. If you have a rather powerful CPU, a low-end MATX board likely cannot power your CPU to its full potential. Choosing between MATX boards of different prices really depends on your budget and needs. Moving on to ATX boards. A full-size ATX board has a dimension of 12 inches by 9.6 inches, and typically has 4 memory slots and multiple PCIe lanes. The pricing of ATX boards varies from as low as less than $100 to $700 on high-end models. One reason for its large price range is because of the different chipsets, which we'll talk about in our next video. Going up even higher are the eATX boards with a dimension of 12 inches x 13 inches. These are truly enthusiast-leveled hardware and can cost up to nearly $1,000. When choosing a motherboard, there are 2 approaches. You can first determine the size of your PC, and then choose between motherboards of different sizes. Or you can start from the CPU you want to purchase, and then choose a motherboard that can fully power your CPU and also does not cost too much. No matter what motherboards you buy, always make sure that it fits in your computer case. Lastly, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.